Hey guys, today we're going to learn how to make a ho-ho cake with almonds. This cake has been in my family for years. My grandmother made it, my mother made it. She usually makes it around the holidays. If you're a cake eater, you can make this cake whenever you'd like. You want to gather your ingredients, which consist of the cream cheese, powdered sugar, Cool Whip, eggs, your preference of the devil's food cake mix and the chocolate frosting. You're going to need vegetable oil. I use sliced almonds for this, but you don't have to. So getting all that together, you want to start off making your cake, which you're going to need your devil's food cake mix, the 3 eggs, a half a cup of oil, and 1 1/3 cup of water. Getting all that together, go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees. You want to start the preheating before you start anything else. So by the time you get done with your cake batter, you can go ahead and stick it in there. I use two 9-inch pans for this. You want to grease your pans and flour them so your cake does not stick to your pans. Uh, you can set your pans aside, and then you want to grab a mixing bowl and you want to go ahead and mix your cake mix, the eggs, the oil, and the water. I used a mixer. If you use a mixer, you want to set it on medium speed and blend the ingredients for 2 minutes or until the cake batter is moistened. I usually do it for 3 to 4 minutes just to make sure all the bubbles and the batter is really mixed. Go ahead after you mix it all together. You want to pour them into both of your pans. You want to put them evenly. You don't want to have one side way bigger than the other because we're going to be splitting each pan in half. Okay, after you pour them in the pan, you want to bake them for 30 to 33 minutes. Depending on how fast your oven cooks, the time may vary. Uh, it's 30 to 33 minutes for two 9-inch pans. If you have a bigger pan than that, the details on the back of the box gives you different directions. While that is baking, you can go ahead and make your cream filling, which consists of the powdered sugar, the cream cheese, and the Cool Whip. This is really simple to make. It's really sweet. You can grab another mixing bowl and start mixing these ingredients. If you use whenever you open the cream cheese, you might want to cut them into blocks so it'll mix easier. Depending on how long you leave it in the room temperature, because it will melt really quickly. Uh, I use the mixer for this as well. You can mix this 1 to 2 minutes. I usually do it for 2 to 3 minutes just to have the ingredients really blended together. After you get done mixing those ingredients, you want to put them in the refrigerator because the Cool Whip and the cream cheese will melt. Uh, After 30 to 33 minutes, you want to check on your cake. You can stick a toothpick in the middle of it or a knife or a fork to make sure there's no chocolate that's still uncooked inside. I would allow cooling before cutting them in half. You want to cut them horizontally to have 4 halves because you're going to be layering the cream filling. I started off with one of the tops of the halves and put that on the bottom, and I spread cream cheese, the cream filling on that half, and then you're just going to layer the halves. So you're going to have cake on the bottom, cream filling, cake, cream filling. So there's going to be 4 layers of cake and 3 layers of cream filling. After that, you would want to put it in the refrigerator because, like I said, the cream filling and the cream cheese that's mixed with the Cool Whip will melt really quickly. So put that in the refrigerator. While that's in the refrigerator cooling, you want to grab your chocolate icing. You can scoop this into a microwavable bowl or a cup, whichever you prefer. So you would want to put that in the microwave for 1 minute until all the icing is melted. Uh, I put it in there for 1 minute. Every 30 seconds, I will check on it and stir it just so the chocolate does not burn, because chocolate that is burnt is not that good. So after your frosting is melted, you can pull your cake back out and drizzle the melted frosting onto the cake. I covered the whole top of my cake and let the frosting drip down the sides of it. After you cover the cake, you can sprinkle your almonds or peanuts, whichever you prefer, on top of it. If you don't like almonds that much, you don't have to use as much as I did, but I covered the whole top of my cake. After it's all finished, I would place it back into the refrigerator for a little while so that it doesn't run all over the place, so the frosting can harden back up. But after your cake's finished, enjoy.